Welcome back to another one. This is Swift Pours over at the Lodge. We call it the Lodge because we are house sitting and this place is literally looking like a log cabin. And what better of an atmosphere to film this with High West being super outdoorsy and a big ski distillery. Let's hit the harder to find High West. Also, you might notice this guy if you guys are super into bourbon. This is the newest release of High West. This is the Noble Share. I have never tried it. I took the plastic off, and behind every one of these bottles is a Glen that I've already pre-poured, and we actually are killing the Prisoner Share bottle. It is completely empty, as you can see, but we still got a sample behind here for you. And then this is going to be super special. Haven't tried it. It'll be a fresh cork pop. And then you guys have all been asking me to open my Yippee. I finally opened it. Took some smells, had a couple sips of it prior, not to this video, but prior, like a week or two ago. So we're going to go through them all. We're going to hit Bourye, we're going to hit the new Midwinters, we're going to hit Prisoner Share, we're going to hit Noble Share, the brand new release, and then Yippee, the discontinued, hard to find, High West top end stuff. Super excited. This took me a long time to get this collection down. And hope you guys enjoy this. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe. More importantly, please subscribe. Try to grow the channel. I love seeing the numbers climb up every time I check YouTube, and interacting with you guys is really, really fun, so definitely keep commenting. I love it. We're going to hit the smell, the taste, and the finish, and then MSRP on each of one of these. I will probably just rattle them off at the end. We'll see. So, here we go. Number one. We are going to go with the High West Bourye 2023 batch. Let's give it the smell. Ooh, it smells like a rye more than anything. It's kind of got that rye smell to it without being overly empowering with all that like rye grassy smell. It's more like a really tame rye. Yeah, you kind of get that like mintiness and ethanol in the nose. Super smooth. Little bit of like a darker wood, almost reminds me of like a double oaked with smell. You're kind of getting those aromas on the back end of the smell too. A little bit of vanilla. Yeah, it smells really good, and I've had it before, but I'm ready to do this again. Here we go. Cheers. Here goes the taste. Yeah, there's a lot of that rye up front, and the rye up front has got that pepperiness to it, but right when you think it's going to kick you with the ethanol and just the alcohol taste, it smooths itself out with that bourbon back end, and it's like a sweet like kettle corn note with a little bit of a rye back, like that pepperiness of the rye, a little bit of the kettle of the popcorn, a little bit of butteriness, a little bit of vanilla, and then oak. I say that kind of bold. I don't mean to say it bold. It's not as subtle as I'm making it sound. It just all blends together very well. And it's very mellow. This would be just a super everyday sipper, super good if it was easier to find. With that, we're going to hit the finish. Finish on that is really good. It's smooth with a lot of things going on your tongue. You're getting the pepperiness, kind of like you kind of feel it fluttering around your tongue, and then in my cheeks you can feel kind of like a little bit of a dryness, and then you're also grabbing those rye notes, a little bit of the sweeter bourbon, like corn notes, where you kind of get that sweet corn / pop. I always say like kettle corn, and a little bit of butteriness, and then the back end is a little bit more of the woody taste for it. And it all goes together, but you kind of ride out the woody and a little bit of that pepper rye at the end. Super good. One of my favorites to sip. As you can't tell, I mean, I love this bottle. Don't worry, I got it back up. But all right, here we go. We are going to hit the smell on last year's release of the Midwinters Night Dram Act 12 Scene 2 is the one I have, and that is what this is right here. Super dark compared to all the other ones except Prisoner Share. Prisoner Share is actually very dark. Yeah, let's hit the smell. Smell on this is always so good to me. Yeah, like a butterscotch with those rye notes, as I was saying on the Bourye, but way more calmer than the Bourye. I kind of made the Bourye sound really, really harsh. It's not super, super mellow. There's just a lot more rye than people who are wanting a Bourye would be interested in, I would say. Um, yeah. Almost like a butterscotch, vanilla, and then you're getting that rye minty taste or smell. You know what I'm talking about if you're in a lot of ryes. But you kind of get that hint of mint, but for the most part, it smells like a double. Like if you had a double oaked rye, that's the best way I could describe this. It just smells way sweeter. And I have the previous batch from 2 years ago, the 2023 release, and it's way harsher on the rye. Like there's a lot more rye present. So this one smells just so much different than 2 years ago's. I really, really enjoyed this one on the nose. Yeah, let's hit the taste. Yeah. See, that one's a lot more depth. On the Bourye, it's like you're kind of waiting for it to punch you in the face. This one, it doesn't punch you in the face, but you can tell you feel like you're drinking a little bit higher proof, but you're getting all that like sparkliness and pepperiness around your tongue, but you're carrying out a way more sweeter notes. Carrying out that butterscotch for me hits, a little bit of caramel. I'd say toffee is probably the best way I can describe the taste. So I'd say like toffee, a little bit of an oak or like a French oak kind of spicy wood, and then you're getting that a little bit of the mintiness from the rye. Oh my, and a little bit of like a red fruit. I kind of got like a raspberry hit on that, which is kind of weird. Let's do it again, but this time, let's hit the finish. Yeah, finish on that one's really, really good. It lasts over 10 seconds, but it coats your mouth so well. And like I said on the Bourye, on the higher rise for me, my cheeks back here, they kind of get a little dry, and then my tongue is just exploding with flavor. You're getting the pepperiness and that cooling, like almost like a mint gum sensation when you drink water after eating or chewing high mintiness gum. You kind of get that going on in your tongue, and it kind of peppers around, and even as I'm talking, I'm still getting it all over my tongue. It's really, really good. It's a good oily texture too. It makes it super in depth. Has a lot of characteristics going into it. Like you're just trying to pick these different notes out, and every time I sip it, it seems like I'm pulling like different notes every single time. What's really stood out for me is it's always maintained that toffee butterscotch double oak smell for me, and then when I go to taste it, I also carry those same 3 or 4 notes, but I will bounce between a different fruit every time, and it's usually a red fruit, and then the oakiness it's way at the end for me, and it's really, really, really good. A lot of people think that Midwinters isn't their cup of tea, and if you're not a huge rye fan, that's probably why. The other thing is a lot of people say the price tag, and we'll talk about that at the end for all of these, so stay tuned for that. Now, we're going to hit one of the big daddies. I just bottle killed this, guys, for you for this video. As you can tell, I put way more in that glass. It's probably because I'm going to sip it later when the video's over. But this is High West Prisoner Share. I think this is the 22 batch. So here we go. Look how dark it is. That's the most dark one we've got in the lineup. This one's, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's so good. Let's hit the smell. And for those that don't know, Prisoner Share is finished in Cabernet barrels at Prisoner Share Wine Co. Or like it's Prisoner Wine Co.'s barrels, and then High West put their stuff into those barrels and aged over time, and that's how we got Prisoner Share. It's a collaboration. So, fit the smell. Yeah, red fruit, raisin. You get kind of the rye smell, but like a syrupy rye, if that makes sense. It's, oh my God. It smells super mellow. Like I feel like I can dig my whole face in that and I won't like tear up or like have to sneeze. It's really, really calm. Let's hit the taste. Oh my God. Yeah. So With red wine, the girlfriend loves drinking red wine, and there's some that are really dry, and I'm not a huge fan of that. This doesn't come off that way. The more you sip it, it kind of gets a little drier, but off that first initial kick, you're just getting all red fruit. You're getting like, I got a lot of raspberry, and not strawberry, but like an apple, like a red apple skin, and a little bit of tartness. It's really complex, really weird. You get this like super faint white oak taste. Super faint. What you're tasting the most is kind of like a drying bourbon with red apple skins. Sometimes I can get a grape note out of this. This time I'm not. It's almost like when you eat those red grapes and it kind of dries your mouth out. You kind of get that sensation on your cheeks and a little bit on your tongue this time. As the others are kind of oily. This one's not so much more oily, but it's got a lot more depth to it. Yeah, that's really, really good. It coats your mouth and tongue very, very well. It gives you a long, long finish. So, yeah, let's get the good old finish. Yeah, you kind of get right up front, you're still getting that, you feel like you're going to get kicked in the face with the proof and the ethanol and the alcohol. And then right as that's all coming to mind, you're getting that red fruit. You're getting, for me, it's the bitterness of those dry red grapes. And then, I thought I said dry purple grapes, but I said dry red grapes, which is what I meant to say. So you get that dry red grapes, almost like a raisin taste, a red apple peel, and then some white oak mixed in there, and then you're still leaving with the sensation of that pepperiness on your tongue, but it's way more faint than all the other, than these two guys, the Bourye and the Midwinters. It's a lot more calm, but there's a lot more to it. That's really, really, really good. That was really, that's a banger. That one's really good. All right, I'm gonna throw you guys for a loop. I'm gonna make you guys think that I'm going in order, but really, I'm gonna go for this guy first. So, here you guys go. This is special because I was really hesitant on opening my Yippee, and it took a lot of convincing. But here she is, Yippee. Let's hit the smell. Dried fruit, I would say you kind of get like when you smell a bag of prunes, you get that right up front, and you still get a red apple note. Man, it smells like it smells like a Woodford double oaked, like just a standard Woodford double oaked. If you smelled it, that's what you get off the smell, but with way more dried fruit aspect and a little bit of red fruit. It smells super calm. It doesn't smell like a huge ethanol hit. Really elegant. It's really elegant and a lot of different notes are pulling, but it's not super complex off the nose. So let's give it the taste. That's too easy. That was so good. What's the proof on that? 46 times 2, that's 92 proof. Yeah. Let's say that did not hit. Oh my god. Yeah, so for the taste on this one, you kind of get that dried prune taste / smell, but you're getting that dried fruit aspect. You're getting kind of like, if you were to mix prunes and cranberries into a bag and smell it, that's kind of the aroma I get off of it, and the taste. The taste is that smell, if that makes sense. Oh my god. A little bitter, but it's very faint. You get this bitter note about mid palate, and then you ride out kind of that double oak profile I was talking about, and you're hitting those dried fruits with all that. That's so good. Let's hit the finish. Yeah. This one's probably the most drying, which is weird because for me, I would have thought it would be the prisoner share, being that it was finished in Cabernet/red wine barrels, and that usually just comes off dry for me. But this one's probably the most dry, but it's the lowest proof out of all of these, and it's so easy and so good to drink. You get a lot of red fruit notes and dried fruit, and then the end is kind of like a double oaked, very, very faint double oaked with like a little bit of a spice. I would say probably like nutmeg or cinnamon. It kind of gives that weird fall spice for me at the end, and it's so good. If you guys made it this far, you better have subscribed because we're about to do something badass. High West Noble Share. Not done this one at all, so here you go. Lonely Glen Noble Share. So, I'll go over Noble Share real quick. This bad boy is wild. So, I'm going to read the back label for you. It is from the arid peaks of Utah and the high desert of Jalisco. This rare dram is a treasure worthy of nobility, an elegant blend of straight rye whiskeys. It is finished primarily in barrels that once housed the legendary Marc de Casanoble Añejo, with a small portion finished in Amburana wood barrels to complete the agave characteristics. The result is absolutely breathtaking botanical complexity, open to experience a sense of place unlike any in the world. There's so much going on. It's finished in a tequila barrel and then finished with Amburana. That's wild. So, let's do it. I love the High West cork pops. They just sound so good. Oh yeah. The other cool thing is look at the cork on that thing. It's so cool. It's a C and an N with their logo on it, and that's, I mean, it's just super beautiful. Definitely different compared to all the other ones. But here we go. Casa Noble. Here we go. The Noble Share. Let's hit the smell. First time going. Oh my God, what the hell? You get like a gingerbread and butterscotch note. You do, yeah, I can smell the tequila just a little bit. Just like when you smell like I'm not a tequila person, but when you smell tequila and you kind of get that weird tang at the end of that smell, you get a tiny bit here, but I'm getting like gingerbread and butterscotch. Dude, what the heck? This smells so funky. This is probably the best smelling out of all of these, and that's topping that. This is wild. Yeah, it's like you get a little bit of Amburana too. I mean, it's just wild. You're getting like Amburana, the back end smell of tequila with gingerbread and butterscotch. Oh my God. Yeah, let's hit the taste. Oh my God. That's a gingerbread frosted cookie in a glass. Dude, what the heck? You get a tiny, tiny hit of Amburana, which is nice because I'm not a huge Amburana fan. You get this tiny hint of Amburana, and then it's just like, I don't know how, but it's like a gingerbread frosted cookie. That is wild. I'm doing a taste again. That blew me away. Dude, that's wicked. That's so good. That is wild. Yeah, off the nose, I'm starting to pick up the tequila smell and the Amburana, which is a weird combo. That is so damn good. What's the proof on this thing? 52, so 104. It's 104 proof. Dude, it sips like a 90, like that. That's so easy. Oh my God. All right, let's hit the finish. Dude, that's wicked. Up front, you get slapped with the gingerbread note right off the bat, and then it segues into like a sweet frosting, and then With that frosting, you get a little hint of amberana and then a hint of that tequila. And it's super quick, and then all that merges, and you get kind of like this oaky rye hit at about like 3/4 of the way through your taste, and then it rides out with all the sweeter notes and a little bit of that rye taste. Very, very faint rye taste, and then it's just like a sweet dessert gingerbread cookie in your mouth. Damn, that's good. Holy cow. Wow. All right, I'm sipping it again. Jesus. Damn. That's noble. Oh my. That noble share. Oh my God. Get your hands on it if you can find it. That's amazing. That's delicious. All right, let's talk pricing and availability for all of these real quick. This guy on the website's $125. This usually runs about $150. This is $175 if you can get it online. All these, I'm going to go online first, and then they're going secondary. So online, $175, $175, and then I have no idea because this bad boy is old. I want to say this one's from 2019. Yeah, that one's from 2019. Secondary, these guys are going for 400 or 370. I think 375 is a happy medium. These guys are going for about 300 to 350 is what I keep seeing them average at. These guys, it just came out, and I'm seeing it at 300 to 275, which is $100 to $125 over MSRP. I did not pay that. Then these guys, depends on batch. This one being a 22, 22. Prisoner shares are really sought after. MSRP being 175, secondary could go anywhere from 275 to 300. Midwinters, I got mine at a tasting locally for 148 after tax, which is below MSRP, and I was actually able to try it during a flight of High West, and I actually really liked it, and it was nice because it's way less harsh than the previous year, and has a lot more of that sweeter, like dessert style that I like, so I was pretty happy about that. Then Bourye runs about 125 on MSRP on the website. Secondary, anywhere from 150 to 200 is what I've been seeing, which sucks because it's a very, very good everyday sipper that is just, it's perfect. It brings bourbon people and rye people together, find common ground, and pick out different notes from the different sides of the spectrum. So that's a really, really good one. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys didn't know, I am going to be doing a giveaway here soon. If you guys are subscribed, you'll be a part of it. But these are the Glens that I will be giving away, not the exact ones. I got a box back at home that has 6 brand new Glens that look just like this, and one lucky winner will win the 6-pack of Glens, and I will be throwing a second prize, and I'm probably not going to say on YouTube, and with that, and maybe a good old cigar. So make sure you guys are subscribed, share it with friends. Let's grow this bad boy. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching Swift Pours. You know what I'm about to say. If you've been here for a minute, let's do eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah, no, we'll share it is.